This demo will be on the subject of making twisted wire. There's a lot of twisted wire being used in jewelry today. Here's a piece that I made with some twisted wire in it. 3 strands because 2 strands don't really work very well. Kind of bumpy. Silhouette's kind of lumpy. You bend it, it folds. With 3 strands though, I'm going to put a 3rd strand in there. And you see it fills in around the profile there, makes a nice spiral. And it's much less likely to kink. Bends very smoothly. I've put together a few pieces that make it a little easier for me to do it. I use swivels, actually fishing gear, and CDs, and a few other items. You notice that how well that spins? That's because the swivel is a ball bearing type. Watch when I switch around to the other swivel. It sort of works, but not very well. Watch as it goes around, it's just going to stop. Not too good. Try it again. Nope. So I do this with all kinds of wire, but silver is my favorite. Take 3 equal length strands, put the ends together and hang them up. You want to make sure that they're separate, not tangled around each other. I decided to do enough just for one ring. 20 inches is usually enough. So, a little die that I have that has holes in it that the wire goes through. The holes are separated out in a triangle, and they spread out from one end to the other, narrow to wide. So put that through, sort of bend the end over so it won't come back out. Grab the second one, put that in and bend the end over so it won't come out. Take the third one, put it in the last hole. Hopefully it's still not tangled up above. And now I actually pull this down gently against those kinks to make sure that all 3 lengths are about the same up above. And I bend them up a little bit. Those are hooks that we're going to hang the spinner from. The spinner hangs down, well, the length of the leader, which is like about 4 inches or so. And if it bumps into something, it'll be bad. So I put the hook through the ball bearing swivel's ring at the top. Grab any of the other 2, hang it on the next hook. Now the third hook has to get the swivel that's on the same side with the spinner hanging level. So let's roll down and look to see that the spinner is level. Yeah, that's good. Close enough. Now the die should go all the way to the top. It could work without a weight, but it's not going to be as good. Putting a little bit of weight on it makes it even. So I add a little bit of weight in the center, and actually that would be enough, but adding more weight actually makes the twist a little bit more even. Just about anything will do as long as it's not too heavy. If it's too heavy, it yanks the hooks out. So we get up to the top, and you see the wires going through the die there. I usually use a right-hand twist. It's just the way I like it. So you slide the die up and start turning it. You hold it up against the top, and as you turn it, the threading, the twisting of the wire will actually force the die down. You push up against that, and the harder you push, the tighter the twist will be. So you want to do it evenly. If you let go, you notice it drops a little bit. If you were to just start twisting there, it would be loose. So you push it back up, continue twisting, and if I do a really long section of wire, I've done as much as 20 feet, then you have to do a lot of sections. You don't want to just grab the wire with pliers or a clamp because you'll mash it. So I put a pad on it, piece of paper, and just hang that clip right up where it was before, and now it lifts the whole thing up. So the spinner is still fairly level. It doesn't look like it's going to fall over. Now I go back and I start turning again. Now watch the top of the swivels. You see the swivel is unscrewing as the spinner screws around. That releases the tension that otherwise would be in the wires. You get down to the end of the wire and it's going to be awkward, so you pull the spinner off. I just pop it loose. And you can see that the wires aren't going to wrap around each other at this point. It's better to have them straight. So just keep twisting and twisting, and you'll be able to tell when you're done because you'll run out of wire. So now we take that off and put it aside. And it looks like it's done, but we can improve on it. If you run your fingers down it, you'll feel a little bit of bumpiness. What you do is you grab the other end with another clamp or a pair of pliers or whatever, and you just stretch it a little. Doesn't take much, just that tiny bit. I maybe added a ½ inch to the 18 inches I had. Hope you like it.